What's up, folks? Your buddy Fatalroadie. Today we're going to do a Raw recap. We started off with a recap of the Seth Rollins heel turn and his alignment with the AOP. Then we got Seth Rollins coming out. He introduces the AOP. Rollins talks about how he came up from NXT, tells the crowd how he's a leader and a visionary and will impose his will, and the AOP will enforce his will. Rollins tells the crowd that he has a score to settle with somebody. The crowd's not going to like it, and he apologizes in advance. So we go on to our first match, the Viking Raiders versus the OC. Again. As the OC are coming out, they have a microphone and they talk about how they have a victory over the Viking Raiders. Okay. Throughout this whole match, Jerry Lawler needs to shut the fuck up. This was a decent match, although we have seen it 924 times. They did give it a long run time. The OC hit the Magic Killer and got the win. Then we have Erick Rowan versus a jobber. Shocker. Baby Yoda is still in the cage. As soon as the bell rings, the jobber tries to hide under the ring. He pops out on the other side, tries to peek into the cage, but we all know how that goes. The jobber gets squashed. Erick Rowan wins. Then we have another video package of Liv Morgan. I swear this is going to be Emmalina 2.0. Then we have Bobby Lashley and Lana coming out. Great. Lana's running her mouth. The crowd is booing her, chanting Rusev Day. Now, Lana wants Bobby Lashley to ask her to marry her. Okay. What? She produces a ring. Bobby Lashley says he doesn't like to be told what to do. After a dramatic pause, he says, except for you, Lana. Okay. Yeah.
Giggity, giggity.
He asks her to marry him. She says yes. Okay. What the fuck ever. Then hold on to your butts because we got a 6-man gauntlet match for the #1 contender for the United States title. R-Truth, Humberto Carrillo, Akira Tozawa, Ricochet, Matt Hardy, and Andrade. Before the match, R-Truth cuts an extended promo talking about how he's going to be going to WrestleMania as a United States champion and a 24/7 champion. And once again, about this time, Jerry Lawler needs to shut the fuck up again. So we start off with R-Truth versus Akira Tozawa. There really wasn't much to this match. Akira Tozawa won it. R-Truth is chased out of the ring by the loser locker room. Ricochet comes out. He's next. After a whole bunch of near falls and a whole bunch of flippy shit, Ricochet advances. Matt Hardy comes out. He's next. This part here took a while, but Ricochet was able to advance after a little bit of confusion on the pin. Then we got Humberto Carrillo coming out. And once again, we got a whole bunch of flippy shit. Partway through the match, Zelina Vega comes out. She's standing on the stage. Carrillo hit the moonsault on Ricochet to eliminate him. Andrade's music hits. Carrillo is looking up to the ramp, but Andrade comes in from behind, attacks him. He throws Carrillo out to ringside, pulls up the mat to expose the concrete, and gives him a hammerlock DDT onto the concrete. Rey Mysterio comes out, and through all this time, where the fuck is a referee counting out? I mean, we probably got up to 30 by this time. Andrade and Zelina Vega walk out through the crowd, and it's said that Andrade won this part, so he'll be the #1 contender. But wait, the more confusion comes along. As they're carting away Humberto Carrillo, Seth Rollins and the AOP come out. Seth Rollins is holding Rey Mysterio's pipe. The AOP get into the ring and they attack Mysterio. Seth Rollins says he was only returning Rey Mysterio's pipe back to him. The AOP beat down Rey Mysterio some more. Rollins says that he's a merciful leader and that Mysterio owes him one and finishes all off with the curb stomp. Backstage, Seth Rollins says that he wants to challenge Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship next week.
What the fuck?
So why the fuck did we have this gauntlet match? We just wasted about an hour's worth of fucking time. We then have Asuka versus Deonna Perazzo from NXT. Before the bell even rings, Deonna pump kicks Asuka out of the ring. But once the bell rings, whole different story. Glorified squash match, Asuka wins. We then have a backstage interview with Becky Lynch. Lynch says that she knows that the powers that be are trying to protect her because she's the golden cow. Lynch says that she needs Asuka because she knows she's never beaten her. So I guess that's going to be leading up to Royal Rumble. In another backstage segment, Rey Mysterio accepts Seth Rollins' challenge. Like I said, so the gauntlet match was just wasted time. We then come to our main event, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. This was actually a surprisingly decent match. There was a lot of offense between Orton and Styles. Randy Orton is working off of a bum knee from an AJ Styles calf crusher. Towards the end, AJ went for the phenomenal forearm. Randy Orton caught him with an RKO and got the pin. After the match, the OC come out. They beat down on Orton. And then the Viking Raiders come out for the save, but they end up getting beaten down as well. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that next week we're going to have the OC versus the Viking Raiders and Randy Orton. Tonight's Raw was alright. I mean, nothing really spectacular. Really could have done without the Bobby Lashley-Lana shit. The gauntlet match was pretty much a waste of time. I don't know when they're going to give Andrade his shot. But it ended off with a good match. So, I'll say, it was average. But that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. I'll be back later this week for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below what you thought on Saints Raw, what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.